you can easily go to the browser and type, help me find information, and it will give you a lot of sites to go. But if you always look beside, maybe if you're using Google or using Microsoft, you always see maybe Copilot or you see Gemini. They are always there, which you can use to search for information. So a lot of our productivity lies with finding information. So as it stands today, learn to use AI to find information. But I mentioned one thing, that AI is always not correct. So when you find that information, do not take it in hook, line, and sinker. Appraise it as a person to know whether that is correct or not, because it will always give you references to where it is finding the information from. The other thing, so this is really, for a whole lot of the scenarios, creating content. For folks who are content creators, learn how to speak English. That would be the first thing. If you don't know how to speak or communicate well, learn how to communicate well. Because the difference between the answer that it will give you as somebody that is asking a generic question and the answer that it will give me as someone that knows AI and is trying to make it give me the result that I need is based on how we're asking the question. So learn how to ask questions in a simple and clear manner. In this part of the world, we kind of ask very generic questions or answer in very generic way. When are you coming? Where are you going to? And I say, I'm coming. But there is really nothing to show that this is when you're coming. Or this is like, we are just assuming that I've given you a response and you should fill in the blank spaces. But AI is not smart enough to always fill in the blank space to give you the right answer you need. So learning how to speak AI or to speak the right English or ask the right question is super, super important for you to succeed. Then the other one is then you applying AI or creating AI for whatever you want to do. That will require that you are very, very creative. So you saw the tools, the skills that we mentioned for you to use AI. We did not mention anything about you learning how to code. We mentioned more about you being very flexible, which means be open to try out other things. Don't stay fixated on this is how we've been doing it. Look for other, because if you go to let me say right now that you are a seamstress and you want to use AI, the very first thing that you're going to do is to go to one of these AI tools and say, show me how seamstresses are using AI to make personalized clothing for people. You can start from tell me how to make clothes with AI. It will give you something very broad. When you're personalizing it, maybe show me how to make clothes for people in Nigeria with Ankara, you're personalizing it, asking about tools you can use, and it's giving you all those insights. And you're then applying it. And will it be easy? The answer is no, but it's something that you can always build as you're going, you're learning, right, as you move. So that is a long answer. I'm not sure it is layman's term, but to the question that you asked. Okay. Oh, there's another one. I think the more I talk, the more questions come out.
Any other question? No follow-up question. 1, 2. Any other question?
Okay. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon.
So this is more of a personalized question concerning the content creating you said. I am a writer, and most of the time when I get a job, the client they specify no AI content, right? And sometimes I have had the opportunity to work with people that have used AI to generate novels and stuff, and they want us to take away the AI in the novels and make it more humanized. So would it be possible with prompting to make AI be able to mimic human emotion and flexibility, just so that it makes the job easier for those of us that have to write using human emotions?
Yeah. That is a very good question that you're asking me. So I believe you're saying, how do you beat these people that are asking you to write? So that is a question, but I think it's a question that is consulting, which means you have to pay. That's it. Yes, so you have a way you write, which is unique to you. And then somebody is saying, I want you to write, I don't want AI generated content. I want it to be you. What's your name, please? Chukwemeka. I want it to be Chukwemeka's writing, not AI writing. So Chukwemeka goes and you gave me a topic, this topic. And I take that topic and I put it on this tool, AI model, write this topic. And it writes it, which is not you, because I'm using the generic term. Imagine me doing the same thing by saying, write this. I want you to follow the style of Chukwemeka. These are Chukwemeka's write-up. I will copy all your write-up and paste. What will it do? It will read the way you write, and it will write. So I've actually, yes, I did it with AI, but I gave you my context of the way I write, and it's writing like Chukwemeka. I'm telling you, this is, you have to pay for it, but that is how it is. It's not working.
My question is on algorithm. So I'm not a data analysis, but I sometimes do study for my target audience, and they vary at most times. And I realize that while I'm doing these studies, my personal algorithm shifts to those people. So maybe I'm studying on medicine to just create a content for a medical group. And gradually, my algorithm is bringing out medical content that I don't want for myself. So is there a way to use artificial intelligence to make these studies and not shift my own algorithm?
I'll have to follow up with the question. Like, what do you mean by algorithm?
Like things I see on the internet where I get my informations and everything.
That is your algorithm. So, because there might be like a mix-up here, so I just want to be sure that I understand you very well. So when you say algorithm, right, just see it as a recipe, right? When I want to make rice, jollof rice, right? Just to make sure that I get your question well, I want to make jollof rice. There is a recipe for making jollof rice. I'll carry this book to say make jollof rice. If you follow this recipe, you make jollof rice. That is the algorithm. So what do I do when I'm making the jollof rice? I'll go and get, you and I will use the same algorithm, the recipe. I'll bring rice. Maybe you went to go and carry foreign rice, and me, I carry local rice. Will the output come out the same, even though we're using the same algorithm? No. Maybe you went to use gas, and I'm using charcoal. Will the output come out the same? No. You are saying you can now think about the pot you will use versus the pot I will use. All these things will contribute to how these things will come out, even though we are using the same algorithm, the same cooking book. So it is whatever content you're giving it that will determine the output that you're getting. That is the definition of algorithm. So I'll take it back to you. Are you saying algorithm in this content that I mentioned? Okay. So you have an algorithm, and you're passing in medical content to it, and it's generating medical content. But you are now finding out that when you're asking another thing, that algorithm that is supposed to generate medical content is not generating cooking content. Something like that. Then it actually means that this algorithm that you called it algorithm is actually not an algorithm for only medical content. It's an algorithm that can cook. It's an algorithm that can do a whole lot of things, right? Okay, so the question that is now asking me is, I have this algorithm, I have this model, I don't want to call it algorithm, but algorithm, once you pass something to it, it will cook rice for you. Whether the rice is sweet or not is different, right? So you are telling AI to do something. But remember that when you're telling it, AI, the one they are currently using, actually has memory. It doesn't know what, it doesn't ordinarily have memory. So it's called a stateless machine. So it doesn't know you. If I ask it this question today and come back and ask it again, it doesn't know. But the way people implement it is they keep memory of the things you've asked it in the past, right? So how do we implement it? We say, I'll ask you the first question. It should give me a response. The second question, when it's sending back the second question, the system behind the scene, they've configured it to say, this is the first question you asked, and this was the answer it gave you. So it's sending those two with your new question, which means that those two are influencing the result you're going to get, right? Because it's keeping tags of your history. So if I want to stop it from that history impacting the new thing I'm asking it, I'm then telling it, ignore all previous instruction. So you're prompting it to say, ignore all the previous instruction. Disregard everything that I've said before and start a fresh conversation without looking back at the things I've said before. That is the way you will ensure that those your medical questions are no longer shifting what you're then asking. Okay.
He's almost losing his voice. Thank God his wife is here. They are the ones that are asking the question. When he was making presentation, his voice was clear. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Please celebrate him. Celebrate him. I'm sure you know we cannot achieve everything today. But for someone like me who is an immigrant, we're trying to get our passport. You guys are citizens. So we've just begun the journey because this is the new order. To have the consciousness and the desire and the curiosity to see how you can remain relevant and also speed to market, be fast to get your ideas and your product across. A lot of people I know in this church are earning dollars. They are working for companies abroad and they are paying them dollars and they are here. Meaning the competition is no longer Lagos, is no longer Nigeria, it is global. And if it is global, you have no excuse. Thank you so much, Dr. Nnanna. Thank you. I was thinking we could be doing it once a year, but he said no, we can do it twice a year, we can do it as often as we desire. Keep quiet, keep quiet. If people are getting, see, he used to tell you this question is consulting question. You don't know what that is. He will go to MT and they'll pay him top dollar for the question you're getting here free of charge, and still you guys are not here. What are you saying? I hear you. Anyways, it was, I've learned a lot. And I just realized I'm just scratching utilization of AI. From today, I will beat you people. By the time we see ourselves, you'll be amazed at what this session has done to me. Praise the Lord. So, briefly, we'll move into the open session for the skills, for the empowerment. During the emphasis, we talked about empowerment, and there's been a lot of questions. Is it only ICANN? Is it only CBAB? Is it only IT? What else? So I told the president that today, after the masterclass, we'll have an open session about that so we can address it and answer all the questions there is. So I'll give you 5 minutes to walk around. I'll speak and see, I'll see Dr. Nnanna and his wife off. 5 minutes to walk around, then we can have the open session. Then we can now know what's next concerning the empowerment program that was established or also launched, that we have sponsors to sponsor people to do certification programs and all that. Thank you.